Hello, it's the Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. Today I've got a replay for you in the brand new Tier 9 French Premium Light Tank, the Fraternité Char 75. Now what I'm going to do is, before getting into the replay, I've got two videos to show you today. I'm just going to explain the tank. This is a brand new tank. It's a little bit unique and it's got some unique features for this light tank. It's basically, the first feature I'm going to say, it's got a turbo mode. So basically you can activate the turbo mode and you basically increase your top speed by 15 kilometers an hour when you go into that mode. But one thing you have to be aware of when you go into that mode is that the downside is, you know, as normal with the turbo mode, you lose, you can't really shoot, your gun bloom is horrible and you don't want to be firing on the move in that mode. It's just for mobility. But you also lose camo value and you lose view range as well. So two things which are not ideal for a light tank. So when you go into that mode, I mainly use it for more end game, or if I just really need to get to a position very quickly. Other than that, I don't use it all the time because I don't want to be affected by losing my camo value in a light tank. The other unique feature, this tank actually has two guns. Now, the first gun is more of a standard auto-loaded gun. You know, you've got 6 shots with 270 alpha per shot, 232 penetration on the standard round, 263 penetration on the premium round, 360 HE pen. So it's more of your standard auto-loader type gun. Now you could probably, it's got around about, I think it's around, got the reload down to around 26 seconds, I think, all in, which is okay. Now the second gun, which is a gun I quite like to use, you could argue the 6-shot autoloader gun could be the better gun, but for me, this other gun is why the tank's fun and why the tank's unique, and that's the burst gun. You've got basically a 2-shot clip, but each round shoots 3 shots instantly. So you basically have 200 alpha per round, but you pull the trigger once and then it fires 3 shots very, very quickly. And then you've got like a 3-second interclip and you can do it again. So basically in the space of 6 seconds, you can do 1,200 damage if you hit all your shots. But you then go on to quite a big, like, long reload, and that can be quite painful at times while you're on the reload. So that's the sort of, you know, the basics of the tank. I've got 2 replays to show you in both guns. It's easier just to show you, I think, in the videos what the tank's all about. That's the best way of doing it. But I will quickly go over what equipment I use. I run optics for the view range, camo net, you know, for the camo, and then I actually run traction system. The reason I run traction system is because the top speed is only around 60 kilometers an hour, which is okay, but it just feels a little bit sluggish. So I put that on there to get the extra, you know, speed, getting you to a top speed of 66, which is a lot better. Because although you have the turbo boost, as I explained earlier, you don't always want to be using that turbo boost. You just really want to use it at the sort of end of game when you're trying to catch up with that damage, or if you know you want to get to position particularly quickly. But that's it for me waffling on. I've got 2 replays. The first one is going to be in the standard sort of 6-shot autoloader, which I'm going to show you now, and then we'll move on to the final replay, which is obviously with the burst gun. So that's it for me rambling. Let's just get on with the replay. Okay, so here we are for replay number 1 on Sunset Coast. It is an encounter battle, and what we're going to do is we're initially going to go and play the left hand side of the map. I've got a kind of plan that I want to try and get along, hug the border and try and get along to get side shots on the tanks and you hit on the hill, which you will sort of see when we get in there. As you see, I haven't engaged the turbo mode, so I am only, you know, just going to 66 kilometers an hour. But you do get to that 66 kilometers an hour fairly quickly, and obviously that's because of the boost of that traction system. Otherwise, we'd only be going 60. But I didn't want to engage the turbo mode because I didn't want to lose that camo value, risk getting spotted, getting to my destination. So we got to a destination unlit, and we're able to farm this unfortunate TD where we've got good side shots in them. We get 3 shots in, 1 shot in blind there, leaving us 3 shells left on our clip. Hopefully we can squeeze another one in, which we do, putting them onto a 1 shot. Pull back round this rock, which we're using for a bit of hard cover here, while we try and lose our spot so we can try and get another shot in there. We just see those shots fired, so we're going to use that opportunity to try and see if we can get any sort of shots covering our team. TD, so a few tanks get sort of spotted a bit further up, and we're going to sort of progress now because we sort of took quite a bit of control over that start, and we sort of won this area of the map. We get a nice shot into that CS, we're trying to get another one in, and we do, and we sort of do the perfect clip there, 6 shots, 6 pens, putting us onto just shy of 1,600 damage. That TD in that angle there on the left, which you can see, which I'm just looking at now, that kind of stops us from progressing further round. I'd like to try and get round and just keep this, just going and try and just to get rid of these tanks. But because that's there, I'm just going to have to wait, go on my reload, and there's still shots available, so hopefully time of me reloaded, there's still going to be a few damage and shots. Trying to sort of progress to try and get some shots in. Just to see if we can take out that TD. We're not going to push all the way around so we don't get shot by the TD there. Looking to see if he's going to shoot us. Unfortunately, we bounced the first one off that CS there, but we should have CS list. And then we bounced a kill shot, which is annoying. But we do pick up the kill there in the end, even if it's 2 shots. But we do end up wasting 2 shots out of that clip in that engagement. But it's not to worry, we've got rid of that tank. We're going to go on a reload, force the reload now, and then just wait to see if we can try and get a bit more damage. And there is quite a few shots sort of in this area. I'm not too concerned about the enemy team capping out at the minute. The cap's right in the middle of the map. I know I can get over there and reset if I needed to, but it's unlikely we're going to get capped out in that situation. In the counter, we've got 3 farms on this enemy medium tank here. Unfortunately, the brass kind of sort of is getting away a little bit there, unfortunately. But I do able to get 3 shots in, but then he does over to get into cover, and we're not able to get any more shots in there. But it does put us on to 3,500 damage. Still an evenly split game, 10v10. But we've got side shots into these heavies as they sort of approach there. We try and get one into freedom track, we'll trap in place. We don't let it fully aim. I thought it was going to hit anyway, but it doesn't. We do get one more in to keep him in place. I'd say this is your more sort of bog standard autoloader. You've got like a 3.5 second interclip in between each shot. It's good. I think it's probably the most simplistic one to play out of the 2 guns. I personally have had a lot more fun. I enjoy this gun, I must admit. Both guns are good, but I have more fun with the other gun, just because I find it's just more of a new mechanic, isn't it? But we do get a nice shot there into that heavy. We're going to look to try and get one into TD as he escapes, and we do actually pick up the kill, even if there's 2 shots left, picking up our 2nd kill of the game. Get 1 shot into the heavy again from this angle, and then we spot a 1-shot light tank, which we're able to finish off. So another decent clip there, picking up 2 kills with 1 clip, putting us just over 4,000 damage now, and starting to take. Well, we're still pretty even, but we're starting to win this area. Once we've won this area, I can push up to the base where they're likely to be. There's a 1-shot TD there, which we've got to be still got to be wary of. But I'm hoping he's going to get taken out, maybe by our friendly fun police. And we're just going to try and make our advance now and try and get to the rest of the damage, because our friendly team are starting to move up. We spotted the enemy fun police has been spotted in the open. We're going to try and get there to take out that tank. It's not a fantastic position for him to be in. We should have easy side shots in. We do get 1 in. We're going to hopefully get the kill as long as he doesn't get shut down, which we do, picking up our 4th kill of the game. And then we spot another enemy for a night there, which we get 1 shot in before he gets into cover, and unable to get any more shots in there. Now, with obviously when you fight these other tanks, if they've got the burst gun, they can potentially kill you in 1 clip very quickly if they hit all the shots. So that is something you have to be wary of. You don't know necessarily what gun they're going to be running until you engage them. But this game, the game's pretty much won. There's 3 tanks left. It's just about how much damage we can get. I'm probably thinking I should have reloaded the full clip at this point, but now I've left it too late, and I'm not going to reload now because I'm going to probably miss out on some damage. I was kind of thinking the damage is going to disappear very, very quickly. Do spot an enemy TD. This is where I wish I had a full clip to just really clip this tank out. We get one shot, we get 2 shots in. Unfortunately, we bounced the 3rd shot, and like I say, I could have killed this tank if I'd reloaded a little bit earlier. 5,500 damage. Bit of a shame, but we're gonna have to just pull around because there's nothing we can do. You know, we don't have enough time to get the reload in. But as he gets hit by the fun police, we realise we can actually ram this tank now and get the kill. So that's what we're gonna do. We ram the tank while we're on reload, and now there's one last light tank which is going to be up here. We're going to hope to try and get another kill in, which we do, picking up the top gun there, getting the 6th kill. Bring us then to replay number 1. So let's just get to the scoreboard. We see how we got on. We got 6 kills, 5,600 damage, 200 assistance. It's only the 1st class there, but we do get the high caliber. And like I say, that brings us into replay number 1. But now we've got replay number 2 with that burst gun. So let's move on. Okay, so here we are for the final replay using the burst gun. It is a tier 9 lobby. We got 1 enemy fun police in the game and 2 enemy light tanks here on Sand River. I've got the preferable spawn. I prefer this spawn because we're able to go up to this mid-ridge and try and spot the cross, which is what we're going to do. We popped the food here just to boost our reload and hopefully be reloaded by the time we get to the top. Because we do have like a 36-second reload or thereabouts, which is quite long. But we are just about reloaded here. And as you see, this is the burst gun. We get that one shot clip in there, then we get our 2nd little burst clip, and we actually pen every shot, putting us on to 1,200 damage. And you can see how quickly with this gun you can get that damage in if you do hit all your shots, which we're able to do there. But now we have that long reload putting us into 34 seconds. So I'm just trying to do a little bit of intel and spot up the north while we're reloading. We do pick up a little bit of assistance there. We spot this T29. We're going to wait for this reload to try and get a clip in. I'm thinking we may get spotted for this. I'm just going to give it a go. We do unfortunately get spotted. We dumped the full clip, but I can't stay there to get the 2nd shot in, which is a shame. But we are able to just try and get out of there, and at least we don't take any damage for that. And we're just going to come and spot over the left hand side of the map, because it doesn't look like a lot of the team have gone this way, and I was thinking, well, if I can get it for free, I'll be able to get shots into the tanks in the base basically. But unfortunately another enemy Fraternite has come to sort of contest us, and a tortoise I think actually climbing the hill, which has made this a little bit awkward because I'm still on that reload. So I'm just going to try and escape here, just so I don't get caught out by that light tank, and then we'll see if we can go back and get some shots elsewhere, because I don't favour that engagement right now, unfortunately. I'm thinking, well, if he comes off for it later, I'll be able to get a few shots. We've seen an opportunity to shoot the turret at the Conway. Now I kind of regret doing this. So I kind of aimed thinking I could hit the top. I've just wasted 3 shots there. Well, I could have just moved to this location where I'm about to go and get far easier shots into the Conway if he does get spotted like here. Like he does now, and now we're able to get easy shots because there's not that rock in the way, penning all the shots. So it's that sort of burst gun basically, which is I really like it. Sometimes it's a pain when like you see a tank on 200 health and you've got to fire 3 shots into it, and you're like, now I'm on a really long reload. It can be frustrating to play like that because obviously the reload is so long. But the pure burst ability of the gun makes it quite enjoyable to play. But I think it's going to be a little bit Marmite. I think some people are going to love it, some people are not going to love it. But then you do have that other 6-shot gun which you can use instead. So at least it gives it that bit of variety. If you don't get on with the burst gun, you do have a more traditional autoloader gun you can also use. Now this is the enemy light tank. We get a nice 3 shots in, tracking him in place. He also gets shot. He's left on 500 hit points there now. But he is still backed up by the tortoise, and they did manage to kill the medium tank which was up there in that engagement. And now we get the 3 shots in the TD before we leave, putting us on to 3,000 damage. And again, we're just going to try and get around though. We're on reload, we can't shoot, but we can still spot tanks and try and do those light tank things while we are reloading, or just reposition to find a better area to get shots in. while you're on your reload, and then the reload doesn't feel as long, you know, if you are actively doing something. It's more when you're just sitting there waiting for that reload, when you're in an engagement where you can't really move. That's when you sort of really, you know, you feel the pain. But we're just waiting for that light tank. I really want to kind of win that side on the left. You see, as I keep going back for it, because if I win that side, I'll be able to get easy shots into the base and take away quite a lot of the enemy map control. Now, I know the enemy tortoise is over there, but this light tank's only on 500 hit points, so I can kill him in one shot, which is obviously 3 shots, but one pull with a trigger, if we're able to get there. And I come over quite aggressively. I don't have the elevation here, and it kind of messes me up, and I eat a lot of shots to this, and I only like pen 1 out of my 3 shots there, and this engagement has not gone well for me at all. The light tank is on reload, so I'm at least able to take out that light tank, but I lost a lot of health for that, and I could have done that a lot smoother. I didn't have to be so reckless, like, you know, coming over the hill like that. I could have just gone wide left and done the same thing, or just gone wider and, you know, and got some shots from where I am now. But it's okay, at least we're still alive, and we have got rid of the light tank, which does clear up that side, because that tortoise has actually, I think, retreated back to the base now. So unless they sent anything else over there, then that side probably has won. I'm just going to pop to this mid ridge here again to see if I can spot, you know, get any more shots in. And then, you know, I was thinking if I might be able to get shots into that Conway, which was there earlier, or spot any tanks which are in the base. We do catch out a TD in the open. We just lead the shot nicely, so we're able to get the 3 shots in. Because as you pull that trigger, you can sight, you know, if the tanks are moving, you have to sort of move it slightly to, you know, to make sure you get all the shots in. Firing at tanks which are on the move quickly can be awkward with this gun, but when they are sort of moving slow like that, and you can predict and lead the shells, it can be quite deadly. So we've got 5,000 damage, 1,200 damage now, with 5 tanks remaining, but I only actually have 15 shells left, so I'm starting to run low on ammo, and I need to make sure that these shots actually count. Or I'm in danger of running out of ammo here. So you can see this enemy T30. I'm waiting to see if I actually get a decent shot at that tank. I don't want to waste my shots at this point in the game, so I'm not necessarily going to pull that trigger unless I can be sure that I'm going to try and actually get the 3 shots in, because we are 2 tanks up, so we're in a good position, and the enemy team are kind of pinned in their base, so they are all in one location. Our friendly team are kind of all moving up in the same grid square though. So we're not taking full advantages of the fact that the enemy team are trapped. So I'm going to try and sort of rotate round, and I want to create a second angle and try and light the enemy tanks from from a different spot, because I want to spot them so our tanks have got shots into them, and I also want to try and just turn the guns so we've got easier shots in. Now we spot this enemy tortoise, but he is looking at us, and again, I'm sort of conscious of the fact that I am low on the ammo. I don't go for the shots there. I could have chanced it, but chances are I probably would have bounced the shots, and it's a good shot at the time I didn't, because now we spotted enemy fun police, and I am going to go for this. We get the 1 clip in there, get another 600 in, and then we're actually able to finish that artillery off, putting us on to 2 kills, and 5,600 damage, 1,200 assistance. Only 9 shots remaining, so that's 1 full reload clip, and then I've got like a half a clip after that. I can still get a decent amount of damage out of that, but again, it's getting a bit low on that ammo. There's only four tanks remaining. It means I'm going to have to, if I run out of all my shells, I don't know how healthy all of those tanks are. They're all very, very healthy. I won't have enough damage to get rid of them all, and then I'm going to have to rely on my team to do some work. So we're going to try and spot this tortoise. Obviously I am being cautious, being the fact I'm on 300 hit points. I'm a 1 shot to that tortoise, so that is a concern of mine. I don't want to get spotted in the open and get taken out. I'm just trying to take it as wide as I can at first, see if I can spot them. I can't quite spot them from here, so I'm going to move up slowly on these ridges where I know I can keep safe from the enemy shots. I can actually sort of get down into cover. But I'm not concerned about the tortoise chasing me. I just want to spot them. We do spot the tortoise here, and he isn't quite looking at us, so we're going to go for the shots in. I think we get 2 out of the 3 in, but we do set them on fire, and we're going to try and finish this tortoise here. We don't quite finish him, but we do put him on a practical 1 shot, he then gets shot down by the convoy, putting us onto just shy of 7,000 damage with 3 tanks remaining. But I've only got 1 shot left, well 3 rounds left, 1 shot of the burst left, so only a potential an additional 600 damage on an average roll I can get out of this game. It's a shame. Maybe I should have been a bit careful with some of the earlier shots. Although I'd had more rounds available, I could have got a lot more out of this game if I'd have just had more ammo. But now we're just waiting for this medium. I'm going to see if I can get some more shots in there. We do get, I think we only get like 2 out of the 3 in there, which is a shame. And I'm now out of ammo, so I've got 7,200 damage, 2 kills, and we've got 2,000 assistance. We do keep him detected. We're moving back because he's chasing us, so we're just trying to get away and just keep him following us so he gets taken out by a friendly team. Does get shut down by the convoy. But now we're in a 6 versus 2, but like I say, I literally have no ammo left, so the only thing I can do is just try and keep the enemy team lit, try and farm a bit more assistance, because that is honestly my only option at this point. Which is a real shame because this light tank's on full health. You know, if I could get another full clip in, I could have put this up to 8,000 damage. Then you've got the T30, so I definitely could have had a bigger game than I've currently got. I mean, this is a good game, but I could have had a lot more out of this had I just had more ammo. That light tank was chasing me, so I'm just getting well out of there. You know, the fact that I've got no shells and I'm only on 300 hit points. If he does chase us, I'm trying to make him chase us into our gun line, but he has pulled away from that, and I'm just going to try and keep these enemy team lit because that is all what we can do. We do have 1 fun police in the game, so there is a chance I can get more assistance out of this. We pull up here, we spot the light tank. I can eat probably two shots at least off of that light tank. It only has a little low small PP shooter gun, but I definitely can't eat a shot of that T30. Picking up a small bit of assistance from the fun police in that T30. I want to try and keep this T30 lit so our tanks can get shots in here. There's the enemy light tank. Now at this point I was thinking about driving right up to the ridge in front of that T30 just so I can proxy spot him when he's behind that ridge. If he's not going to poke all the way out, if I get underneath the ridge I can just proxy spot him and then he gets shot. But unfortunately he peeks up just at the wrong time. He peeks just as I come around the corner. I get taken out. Maybe I should be a bit more patient there. And unfortunately, that brings an end to my game. Now, I'm going to skip ahead to the scoreboard. Unfortunately, I'll be honest, we go on and lose this game. And it's a real shame, mate. If I had more ammo, then I definitely think we could have won that and I could have had more damage out of it. But that is all it is. So let's just get to the end of the scoreboard. Okay, so there you have it. Unfortunately, we don't get the win, but we do get 2 kills, 7,200 damage, 3,000 assistance. We get the high caliber and we get the ace tanker on the defeat. Good game by that enemy Falcon there on the enemy team. But yeah, so that is it for the replay. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!